This case is the ghost that haunts the Clippers' investigation. To understand just how seriously the NBA takes this, we have to turn the clock back 25 years. Back in 2000, the NBA was rocked by a scandal that wrote the playbook for punishing this kind of cheating. It involved the Minnesota Timberwolves, a former #1 pick named Joe Smith, and a secret deal that ended up crippling the franchise for years. This case is the ghost that haunts the Clippers' investigation. Joe Smith was the first pick in the 1995 draft and was a solid player. By 1999, he was on the Timberwolves, a team built around a young superstar, Kevin Garnett. The team's vice president of basketball operations was the legendary Kevin McHale. Their problem? The salary cap. They wanted to keep Smith but didn't have the room to pay him what he was worth. So they hatched a plan. They got Joe Smith to sign 3 straight one-year deals for way below his market value. This kept the team under the cap and allowed them to hold on to his bird rights. The Larry Bird exception is key here. It lets teams go over the cap to re-sign their own players. The T-Wolves' plan was to sign him to these cheap deals, get his bird rights, and then reward him later with a massive contract worth up to $86 million. On paper, it all looked legal. But this wink-wink agreement wasn't just a promise. It was a formal written contract hidden from the NBA. Under-the-table deals had been rumored for years, but they were always informal agreements. The Timberwolves' fatal mistake was putting it in writing. When a legal dispute involving Smith's agent blew up, the secret contract came out. Suddenly, the NBA had undeniable proof of a conspiracy to get around the salary cap. Commissioner David Stern was furious. He called it a fraud of major proportions that ripped to the heart of the league's agreement with its players. The punishment he handed down was swift and brutal. First, the league fined the Timberwolves $3.5 million, the max at the time. Second, and this was the killer, Stern stripped the Timberwolves of their next 5 first-round draft picks. 2 were eventually given back. But losing 3 first-rounders was a death sentence for a small-market team. It crippled their ability to add cheap young talent around their superstar, Kevin Garnett. Third, the league voided all of Joe Smith's contracts with the team. He was instantly a free agent, and the Timberwolves lost the very bird rights they had cheated to get. Finally, owner Glenn Taylor was suspended for a year, and Kevin McHale took a leave of absence. The impact on the franchise was devastating. For years, the Timberwolves struggled to build a decent team around Garnett. And after he was traded, the franchise fell into a 13-year playoff drought that was a direct result of the sanctions.